One of the first questions people ask themselves when they're getting ready to buy a home is, how much can I afford? So there's two perspectives here. There's how much can I qualify for and how much can I afford? And I would encourage you to look at both numbers because the lender guidelines are actually pretty liberal, because they actually account for the fact that many people have unreported earnings, or they may have a spouse who is not on the mortgage application and is not qualifying along with the other spouse. So if you're a single person who's qualifying on a salary with no hope of any increase in income and you max out your qualifying, you're probably going to struggle to enjoy life and make the housing payment. So going into that, let me show you how the numbers actually work. There's four main factors when a lender's qualifying someone for the loan, and all four are taken into account. But in this quick video, we're going to talk only about the amount and stability of your income and how much of a payment a lender will approve you for. So first, we need to calculate the maximum housing payment that you can qualify for based on your income. And generally, half of a person's qualified gross monthly household income can be used for all of your debts, your car payments, student loans, minimum credit card payments, and your housing payment. So let's take a quick example. $72,000 a year salary. Monthly, that's $6,000. If we take half of that, that means we can use $3,000 of that for all of our debts, including the monthly housing payment. So if you have two car loans and student loan payments that equal about $910 a month, if we subtract that from the $3,000, we're left with an available maximum housing payment of about $2,090, okay? So going over to the payment side, what does that translate into? A $2,090 maximum payment for a person will translate into about a $300,000 home price on an FHA loan with 3.5% down on a 4.5 interest rate. The breakdown of those numbers, if we have a $294,566 loan amount, is the mortgage payment, the actual repayment of the debt, is going to be $1,493. Property taxes, which, if we're looking at the PITI, PI is principal and interest, that's the mortgage. T is taxes. A good estimate in the Atlanta metro area would be about $300. Homeowners insurance is the I. We're roughly guessing about $95. That should be pretty accurate. And private mortgage insurance, so PI, TI, PMI. And on an FHA loan, the private mortgage insurance would be $205. So oftentimes there's an association fee in the neighborhood that's included in the payment calculations for qualifying, but it is not collected monthly by the lender. In this case, we'll say it's just basically a regular subdivision with a swim tennis, probably $30 a month. So the total payment in this situation is $2,123, which is over the $2,090 maximum payment, which means this doesn't qualify. We're just a little bit over. So basically, to recap, a quick summary is your housing payment equals the principal and interest, taxes, insurance, private mortgage insurance, and HOA. That's the number we're looking for. And it can't exceed about 50% of your gross qualified monthly income when you include all other debts. Now, a little caveat, if you don't really have a lot of debt, the housing payment can't be actually 50%. It's limited to about 40%. But to try to keep things simple for this quick explanation, we're trying to give you some cheats, and basically 50% if you're a person who has a car loan or two and some student loans or some credit card debt. But if you have no debt whatsoever, limit that to 40% of your qualified gross monthly income. And that gross monthly income figure can be tricky. Don't assume just because you get a certain amount of pay every week or every month that that's the number the lender will use. Make sure you consult a loan advisor to find out what that qualified income is, and hey, to get qualified for a mortgage as well. It makes sense to get qualified before you go out and dream home shop. Hey, thanks very much for spending a few minutes with me. I hope you learned something, and come chat with me at FoundryMortgage.com.